Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to go over why college graduates cannot find jobs. This is a huge epidemic right now. I know at least 30 people who have college degrees in computer science, computer information systems, cybersecurity, and they cannot find jobs. They have zero job prospects, they have zero skills, and they're struggling, right? So let's kind of go back to maybe 2015. So 2015, people said, get your computer science degree. It's going to change your life. You're going to land a six-figure job and then you'll work forever and everything's going to be great. So now 10 years later, people are taking the same advice and they're not finding jobs. So here's the thing. College degrees in 2025 are not worth it. Okay. Very simple. That's my statement right there. Because I've seen so much anecdotal evidence from all my friends and they are all struggling to find jobs. So in terms of job seeking, just a degree paper adds very little value, right? It just checks a box, and most companies can care less whether you have it or not. And the ones who do care, who cares? Because there's a lot more opportunities of companies that will hire you without a degree, right? And if you really want a degree, get one in 4 months with WGU, right? Very easy. So here's the thing: degrees. I wrote this down. Degrees do not equal job offer. Degrees do not equal job offer. So if you think, hey, I'm getting this college degree, this is about to be fantastic, and I can't wait to get this job offer. Oh, I can't wait till I'm done because I'm getting this. No. Just because you have a degree does not mean you're getting a job offer right away. You have to put in the work. In fact, you can still break into tech and work a prestigious network engineering or software engineering job while while going to college. Like, why are you waiting until the end of college to get your degree to start looking for work? You should be looking for work now, and it doesn't have to be internships. You should already be job seeking while you're in college. The whole point of college before was to get the skills, right? But now that we have the internet and there's so much free information or paid information, right, from people you can pay to learn, why not just do that? It's much cheaper, much time effective, and you're going to land a job quite easily, right? It's so much more easier for you to do something to that regard as opposed to, BSing yourself by going to college and wasting time. Because I know some people, they're even afraid to apply for jobs while in college because they think of college as a way to just kind of waste their time. They're not really serious. They don't really want to go 100% in. And that's a big issue right there. That's a huge issue. And I don't want you guys to fall into that trap of going to college just because everyone else is doing it. Do it because you want to do it, first of all. And if you are in college, please just network like crazy. Don't focus on grades. Your grades don't matter. Please don't focus on grades. No one cares that you have a 3.7 in college versus a 4.0 or 3.2 or 2.8 GPA. No one cares. People care about your social skills, your soft skills, and who you know. And in college, you're in this environment where you can collaborate, meet people, get opportunities. That is the way. That is the move. That is the move. Okay. So that's huge. Number two, skills. I mean, college, you're not getting the in-demand skills companies want. You're just not. You're not learning about ticketing systems. You're not learning about configuring, troubleshooting. They're not giving you on-the-job tasks. They're just teaching you theory. Theory is theory, right? It's nothing tangible. While you're working the job, we're not using theory. We're actually working, right? We're actually doing stuff. So, I mean, I wish colleges were structured as an apprenticeship. I wish where you can just work for a company, get paid like $15 an hour, like minimum wage, right? And just work within there. Just literally work within there. And that way, that's going to be your college. Because college, you're paying for college. Now imagine you're getting paid to be an intern, like for 4 years. And after the 4 years, while working at that company, they're going to hire you, most likely, right? Or it's a government. They're going to hire you because you've been working there for 4 years. That is more tangible. By then, you're going to be an expert. You're going to be the right fit. I mean, by then, you're already working the job anyways, right? So that's one easy way. But that's not how college is structured, unfortunately. It's not structured that way. So that's one big thing. Another big thing is like a lot of people go to college and they don't even network. They just go there to get their degree, right? I mean, if you want to check a box, go to WGU. Do not waste 4 years to just get a piece of paper that someone got in 3 months from WGU, right? I have 3 friends who went through WGU and they got degrees in 3 months. It's not BS. They're literally graduating in August, right? So if you don't believe me, look it up. It's legit. Right. I'll make a video exactly on how to do this though. So yeah, if you are going to college, you need to network with people, especially if you're in these prestigious schools, right? Like Princeton or UPenn or, talk to these people. I mean, their fathers or mothers may be CEOs of these companies and they can give you connections. You need to have your phone with a lot of people who know people. That's how you can get ahead. Because if you're in college, you're in an environment where, here's the thing. The cool thing about networking is, especially in the college, is you guys are all the same age. You guys are all doing the same thing, going through college. So it's going to be easier to connect with people because as soon as you're out of college, it's extremely hard to connect with people. No one wants to admit that. So you want to take advantage of that opportunity from, your between your 18 and 22. If you're going to college, if you are, right, take advantage. Screw your grades. Do not pay attention to your grades. Your grades don't matter. As long as you're passing classes, that's all that matters. Spend all your time networking, going to events, speaking with people, having phone numbers, speaking with potential hiring managers. And if you can land a job while in college, that's amazing. Mission accomplished. Why are you waiting till after college to even to start? You know what I'm saying? So please, please, please don't be that person who's going to college, just focus on his grades, getting this 4.0 GPA. He's so excited. He or she is so excited. And then you go to, after you graduate, you haven't worked on your social skills. You didn't go to any events. You didn't work on your speaking skills. You didn't work on your actual job skills that actually matter for the job. You didn't make any connections. And then you say college is a scam, right? I mean, come on, guys. Come on. Like, that's why new guys aren't finding jobs, because they think that the degree is going to give them a job. It's not going to give them a job. The degree is just a piece of paper that says you went to college. You have a bachelor's degree. That's it. So that's all I want to say, right? Another thing you can do is while you're in college, please build a portfolio. You have 4 years. In those 4 years, and by the way, in those 4 years, please pick a field and stick to it. That's another big area. If you're going to be networking, maybe start a network engineering channel and just go deep into networking. Just talk all networking, buy all the equipment, right? If you hyper focus on one area, by the end of the 4 years, you're going to be an industry leader in that area. I know college is teaching you all the BS and they're making you learn all this other nonsense, like arts classes that are not going to be they're not going to be beneficial for your networking space. They're going to be teaching that stuff, right? You're going to have to take those classes. Just treat those classes as just electives, nonsense that you have to take. Just BS classes that unfortunately are just part of the case. You can just do those classes, and then once you do that, then you can actually get the skills and do the things that a particular person from that field would do. That is the easiest way. That is the easiest way. That is the game right there. That is the game. College is just a time wasting system. And you can use to your advantage as a way to, do your thing and land that job, right? So if you're 18, 19, 20 and you're in college, spend all your time trying to get networking experience. Even if it says 8 years of experience on a job, but still apply. You get an interview, you speak with them, you've done an interview. Like, you're already ahead of like 90% of students because they haven't even interviewed once in their life. Even if you're getting interview practice, and you never know. It's like a roulette table. You never know. You may land on green, right? You may get that in. They may like you enough to hire you. You may know more than you think, and you may get offered a position. That's why you should, even if you're in college, start applying for jobs. That's one big regret that I have, is I didn't apply to a single job or internship until after I graduated, right? And that's where I was really struggling, right? So it's a big mistake, and I don't want you guys to make that mistake. So if you guys are in college right now, please do not make that mistake. It's a horrible mistake. You're going to regret it deeply. Okay, so that's kind of what it is. Another thing I mentioned is like direction, and you got to have almost like a brand. Your brand should be, if you want to be a network engineer, only talk about or do network engineering things. Don't do anything else. Do not do anything else. Only network engineering. Once you do that, everything is going to change for you. So that's what I say about college. College, is it worth it? In my opinion, no. But just use it as a way to give you time, I guess, to look for jobs, right? And not feel like a failure, because really that's all college is there for, right? It's to feel like you're being productive and you're not like, not in college. Because I know when you're 18, I know there's a lot of pressure. 19, like, oh, you're not in university. What are you doing? Like, are you just staying at home? Like I understand that. I completely understand where you're coming from. I understand that. That's just the world we live in. So if you are going to college, use that time to not improve your grades, because here's the thing. What's the ROI of getting an A versus the ROI from doing 20 interviews while in college, right? The ROI, if you're doing 20 interviews, you may have a chance of landing a position from those 20 interviews, or you learn so much information from those interviews that you gotten better and better and better that you have a higher chance of you landing a position. Getting an A, it's great, but the companies they're not gonna hire you based off your grades. We don't live in an environment where people say, "Oh, you have an A, I need this student right here. I need to hire him because he has an A plus." I've never seen a company do that. So if you guys who put GPAs on your resume, just know that companies are laughing at that. They don't see that as anything special, right? If anything, I would put 2.0 GPA and say, "Hey, I've done all this stuff," right? That's all I would say. So college, definitely a no-go if you are 100% serious, and there's a lot of different ways. you don't need it. So if you want to check the box, go to WGU. All you need to do is, by the way, if you want to do this, go to study.com. You can finish 70% of your college degree through study.com in 1 month. And then after that, you transfer the credits to WGU, then you do the WGU, and then that will take you another 2 months. And then you graduate, you walk, and you can do this in 3 months, right? So, that's going to be like a full-time job, but you can still do it. So that's all I got to say. So thank you guys so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. If you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to subscribe, click the subscribe button somewhere down here. But thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and peace.